Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Yisro, the great event that took place in Parshas Yisro was the giving of the Torah on Har Sinai. The Jewish people left Egypt on the 15th day in the month of Nisan in the year 2448, and the pasuk says, "B'chodesh hashlishi l'tzeis b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim." In the third month, when the Jewish people left the land of Egypt, Ba'u midbar Sinai, they came to the wilderness of Sinai. And of course, after being in that wilderness from Rosh Chodesh Sivan until a number of days passed, they had the privilege of receiving the Torah and passing it on to us to this day. Now, it's interesting to note that the giving of the Torah has a general idea of a date. It's somewhere between the 5th, 6th, and 7th of the month of Sivan, but we don't know the exact date. And despite the fact that we count 49 days of Sfira from the second day of Pesach until the Yom Tov of Shavuos, still the date, the exact date of the giving of the Torah is not mentioned anywhere in the Torah. In fact, the Gemara in Shabbos, which mentions that when it says, Bayom hazeh ba'u midbar Sinai, on that day they came to Sinai, it says it was Rosh Chodesh. And yet, there is a discussion of exactly how to count all the next days, 5, 6, or 7. And there's a grand machlokes in the Gemara. We paskin, we decide that, of course, it's on the 6th day of Sivan. But it's not mentioned in the Torah. In fact, when all the Yomim Tovim are listed, the dates of the Yomim Tovim are there. Yom Tov of Pesach is on the 15th of Nisan. The Yom Tov of Sukkot is on the 15th of Tishrei. Rosh Hashanah is on the 1st of Tishrei. Yom Kippur is on the 10th of Tishrei. Yes, they use the number of the month, by Nisan the 1st month, by Tishrei the 7th month. But when it comes to the Yom Tov of Shavuos, it doesn't say a date. It just says Uviyom HaBikurim, on the day of the bringing of the first fruits. It talks about a holy convocation, but it doesn't mention the date. The Torah, as the Oznayim LaTorah points out, is a timeless Torah. It's l'mayla min azman. It's beyond time. It's 3,330 years since it was given. It's adapted to all societies. It's capable of giving forth the most unique halachic rulings, the most esoteric halachic rulings in every age and in every generation, with all the advent of various technologies, changes in societal norms. Still, the rock-solid Torah is capable of being adapted, or I should say, every society is capable of adapting itself to the Torah. And the Torah has in it all the psak, all the deciding of law, even in the most modern of circumstances. It's never old. It's as vibrant and as lively today as it was 3,330 years ago. Yet, no date is specifically mentioned to teach us that the Torah is beyond time. It's the rock-solid basis of the Jewish people and their continued existence and their continued growth and strength against all odds, against all paradigms of history. No other nation managed to hold on to its traditions and to its culture, despite being off their land. And that's because The Jewish people are constituted in the timelessness of the Torah, and so we are, in fact, timeless. Parshas Yisro is that timeless Torah. It tells us that's the day they came, but there's not any limit. We're not going to squeeze down the giving of the Torah and pigeonhole it and buttonhole it to one specific time. It is applicable at all times, in all societies, no matter what. It's the secret of the continuance of the Jewish people. Because just as it's timeless, so are the Jewish people timeless. That's Parshas Yisro, a timeless Torah. Have a wonderful Shabbos.